What's up, everybody? I am Ben Sulka, and I have been running Google Ads campaigns for almost 4 years now. Spent probably nearly 5,000 hours in the platform, and this is going to be a no BS video on how to set up a Google Ads search campaign. So let's just get right into it. So some prerequisites not included in this video. Number one, you need to have a Google Ads account. You shouldn't be watching this video if you don't already have one set up. Number two, you want to make sure you have conversion tracking set up so you can track your results. Go find a freelancer to set this up for $70 on Fiverr. Number three, you're going to want to make sure you have your keywords gathered. Search campaigns are based on keywords. That's the targeting. So you're going to want to make sure you already have effective keywords that you found through research. And number four, you're going to want to make sure you have your ad copy written already. So jumping right into this, what you're going to do, you can click this new campaign button. You can click this big create button, whichever you want. I like this create button. It's kind of cool. So we're going to do that. We're going to click campaign, and then we're going to choose an objective. So for this instance, this is going to be a conversion-based campaign, so I'm going to choose sales here. Could also choose leads. It depends on what's particular to your business and your goals. Could do something like awareness, website traffic. It's all dependent on you. But for this instance, I'm going to do sales. So this is where you're going to want to check and make sure that your conversion actions are set up properly. This is an inactive account, so that conversion actions are inactive here. But like I said, that's a prerequisite. Make sure you already have this set up. But for this test example, we're not going to go too deep into that. Now you're going to select your campaign type. So like I said, this is for a search campaign, so we're going to click search. You're not going to select any of these because your goal here is conversion based because you're running a sales campaign or a leads campaign. So next, you're going to want to name your campaign. Naming conventions are so vital in Google Ads because number one, it allows you to know who's managing the campaign. It allows you to know what product category or theme is being advertised in that campaign. It allows you to know what type of campaign it is, and it also allows you to know the location targeting of the campaign. So in this instance, I would do SS for SulkaSearch, which is my agency, and then we would do a product category or theme. So for this instance, I'm going to do mini donuts, and it's a search campaign, and we're targeting the entire United States in this instance. So now we're going to select our bid strategy. So for a brand new campaign, it depends if you've already been running a lot of campaigns. If this isn't your first search campaign, you might want to select a conversions-based bidding strategy if you already have a bunch of data or conversion data in your account. For this instance, this is going to be for a brand new account, brand new campaign. We're going to select a click strategy. I like to start with maximize clicks for a new search campaign, especially if it's for a brand new account. We're not going to select optimize campaign for acquiring new customers. This is something that I would select if I was running a performance max campaign, but that's a topic for a different video. So jumping into networks, we're going to deselect both of these Google-based networks. I've tried these before. I've seen them active for many different clients. They never really perform well. The Search Partners Network doesn't perform well. The Display Network, we're running a search campaign. The Display Network is completely different from the Search Network. The Display Network is creative-based, it's image-based. Search campaigns are not image-based. For location targeting, for this instance, I'm going to select United States like I indicated in my naming convention. But just to show you some other things here, if you were to target a specific radius, if that was your goal, maybe you have a local business that you only want to run a 10-mile radius around your satellite location. Maybe you want to target specific states or specific counties, specific regions. You can click enter another location, go to advanced search, and you can add locations in bulk. Like if you wanted to add multiple locations, you can search locations here, or you could add a radius if you were a local business, like I said. Look at location options. You want to make sure that presence is selected, not presence or interest. Google has presence or interest selected by default. Basically what this means is Google can show your ads to people who are just interested in the location that you want to target. So if you were running your campaigns in the state of Ohio and you had presence or interest selected, your ads could be shown to people outside of Ohio just because they're interested in Ohio. So we want to make sure we're showing ads to people who are actually physically in the location. Languages, English for this instance. If you're running a campaign internationally somewhere else, you might want to select something else here. Audience segments is another option here. This is somewhere where you can add additional insights, additional signals for Google to target the right customers. Maybe you know things that your customers are interested in. You have a relative idea. Home and garden, like you see some options here, and you can click browse. You can see what their interests or habits are, and you can target some of these interest-based audiences as well as target particular demographics. Maybe you only want to target people who are parents. Maybe you want to target people who are married, who own homes at a certain job or have a certain level of household income, that sort of thing. So automatically created assets. This is something we always want to turn off as of now. This is where Google can take content from your website and automatically create things like ad copy and site links typically doesn't perform well, so I wouldn't run that. Google's AI is getting better, but as of now, I just would not recommend that. If you want your campaign to go live on a particular date, you would select that start date. For this example, today is October 11th, 2024. If we wanted to go live, say next week, we could select any single date here. Like we could select next Friday if we wanted to go live next week. If maybe the campaign, we have a promotion that starts on November 1st, we can select it to go live on November 1st. Jumping down to ad schedule. So this can be very specific to what your business is. If you run a business that only operates within a certain period of time throughout the day, throughout the week, you can only service clients during a certain period of time throughout the day, throughout the week, I would consider adding an ad schedule to only the time that you can service those clients. If that's 24/7 for you, that's perfectly fine. Run them 24/7. And then you could, later on when you're looking at campaign performance, you can see how individual days are performing, what hours of the day are performing best, and optimize from there. So keyword and asset generation. This is something that's relatively new to Google Ads when setting up a campaign. Essentially what you can do here is paste your landing page in here, and Google's AI will give you help creating your ad, provide ad copy, things like that. It's not something I'm going to do in this video. I haven't tested this yet because I'm generally skeptical about Google's AI, but it could be something worth testing if you don't have much inspiration, if you haven't written ad copy yet. So now we're jumping down to the ad group level. Same thing here, you want to have a naming convention. It's not going to be as specific as your campaign level naming convention, but this is just a way to differentiate at the ad group level between different products in a certain category. So for this example, we did mini donuts. Maybe for the name of this ad group, we would do donut holes or chocolate mini donuts or vanilla mini donuts, something like that. And then we could run keywords specific to that ad group. Moving down to keywords, this is something that you're going to want to do, like I said, before you go through the campaign setup process. This is a prerequisite for sure. Amazing resources on YouTube on how to do keyword research, amazing resources on the internet. The top tools that I would use to research keywords would be Google's Keyword Planner. Now, this is something that can be found directly in the Google Ads platform. You can put in a landing page, you can put in suggested keywords or ideas that you have about what keywords might make sense that your audiences are searching for, and Google's Keyword Planner will spit out a bunch of different options that you can review and add to your campaign. Another option is to use SEMrush. Now this does have a free version. It is relatively limited. They do have a paid version as well, but it's like $130 something a month. Don't do that. The free version is completely fine. Go make an account and use their keyword magic tool. Do the same thing. Paste a keyword theme, something that you think relates to your product or service, and SEMrush will spit out some keyword options as well that you can review and potentially implement into your campaign. And then the third tool or third resource that you can use for keyword research is to use the people also search for section on a Google search. So go type your keyword theme, your product, your service, your category, whatever, into the Google search page, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see the people also search for. Those are potential options for keywords as well. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to jump to another tab. I did already do keyword research. So I'm just going to pull these keywords. My typical approach from a keyword perspective is to run one broad match keyword with a bunch of different exact match keywords. Typically I do 15 to 20 total keywords. I wouldn't really go any more than that because a lot of your keywords just aren't going to get search volume depending on what your keywords are, the areas that you're targeting, etc., your budget, things like that. So I would recommend 15 to 20 keywords, one broad match keyword, the rest exact match. I don't really run phrase match. That's just a personal preference of my own. So now that our keywords are implemented, we're going to scroll down to the ad copy. So this is where we can implement the actual wording that's in our ads. So for the final URL, this is going to be your landing page. So jumping over here, I already did write some ad copy for Grandma's Mini Donuts. I was hungry when I wrote this. So this is an example, but it wants HTTPS. So just for the sake of this example, I'll make sure it's HTTPS. I guess Grandma's Mini Donuts is an unsafe site. Don't visit that page. I don't know what's on there. And I'll paste this template into the description box below to help you organize your ad copy and write it. So headlines here can be up to 30 characters. So this automatically counts the character count of the headlines because the character limit is 30. And then with descriptions, the character limit's 90. So it'll show you what that is. If it's over 30 characters or over 90 characters, these boxes will light up red. But essentially what I would do from here is just copy and paste this into here. So paste the headlines into the headline section and then paste the descriptions into the description section. Okay, I just went in and pasted in all that ad copy. It took me very long. I kind of felt like a grandma while I was doing that. But basically, you want to have this ad copy written beforehand. This ad copy that I pasted in here is by no means optimized. Something that I do want to recommend is to go watch my other video on how to create effective ad copy using ChatGPT. I did use ChatGPT to create this ad copy, but did not do any of the prompting strategies that I recommended in the other video. Just did this super quick, and ChatGPT spit out some funny stuff. Handmade by grandmas, just for you. Donuts like grandma used to make. I've had cookies from grandma. I don't know about donuts though. Grandma crafted. Grandma's baking, you enjoy. This is so good. Grandma's donuts, no guilt. Mini donuts, big grandma love. Oh my god. Grandma's donuts for cheat day. Handcrafted by grandma's hands. Jesus. Grandma's love, every bite counts. Donuts grandma would be proud of. I'm sure she would. Fresh, fun. Grandma approved. But yeah, so essentially you'll paste in your headlines, you'll paste in your descriptions. And then from here, you do have options to add additional assets to your campaign. So you could add images here. These are called image extensions. They essentially will show next to your ad in the search results page. Tends to increase click-through rate. Like I could paste a picture of grandma with some mini donuts in her hands, something like that. Here's where you can put in your business name. So in this instance, Grandma's Mini Donuts. You could put a business logo in here. Nice picture of grandma looking all happy and warm. And then something else you could do here is paste in site links. So essentially what site links are, these are additional links that show under your ads. They don't show every single time your ad shows, but when they do show, there are additional URLs and links to pages on your website. So we're advertising mini donuts here. We could run site links for best sellers, chocolate mini donuts, vanilla mini donuts, a customer testimonials page, other links that people can click to when they see your ad. And there's also additional assets that you can add, like call outs. You can add a promotion extension. Maybe mini donuts are 50% off in the month of December. I mean, that sounds fantastic. You could add a promotion and you could select particular dates, percentage or dollar off discount, when's the promotion running, that sort of thing. That's a great thing for e-commerce businesses. And if you're a local business or you're a lead-based business, you could add a phone number. Do you want to drive calls? Is that one of your goals? Okay, so now that we're moving on from our ad copy, this is where we're going to select the budget. Now, Google's going to recommend something astronomical. I mean, look, $405.56 daily budget. That's more than grandma's life savings. What I'd recommend for a new campaign, unless you're a super established brand, if you're a new advertiser, you've never run Google Ads campaigns before, you're a small business, maybe you have run some campaigns before, but you're looking to push a new product category or a new service line, I'd recommend a $50 per day budget. $50 to $100 is the typical range that I would recommend. If you have an AOV, maybe you could run 3 to 5 times your AOV. So for grandma, maybe people are spending $30 on donuts. Maybe run 5 times that. $150 a day could be an option. It really just depends, but typically I do $50 per day. And then at this point, now that everything else is set up, you got your keywords in place, you got your ad copy in place, you got your location targeting in place, you got your bid strategy in place, you're targeting the right languages, you put in audiences if need be. Now you can move ahead and you can publish your campaign. All right, y'all, I hope that was quick, easy, and helpful to show you how to set up a Google Ads search campaign. Now go get your ad copy written, do your keyword research, get your budget set up and approved, and get after it in Google Ads.